Welcome to Higher Level Gaming. I'm Katie, and today we're talking about Animal Crossing, but we're talking about racist space buns. You may be wondering, what's racist about space buns? Well, let me explain. An Animal Crossing player was doxxed for wearing what appears to be space buns in Animal Crossing. So FIFI uploaded this picture of herself in her kitchen, sitting with her Animal Crossing dog peacefully, with the caption, "Cute space buns," which seems very harmless, but Twitter did not really think so in this case because she's not actually wearing space buns, she's wearing Afro puffs. But Katie, what's offensive about space buns? And why do you keep calling them Afro puffs? Well, let me explain to you, my white gamer friends. These are Afro puffs. As you can see in the picture, her hair appears to be textured. There are lines almost indicating braids are parts for her hair, and then buns on the side. Let me show you a picture of space buns and a picture of Afro puffs. Let's look at space buns. Space buns done wrong. Just look at those baby hairs, guys, for a second. Alright, now. But you see the buns. They are grown ass hairs. But you see that there are no lines. There's just a part in the middle. That's it. And it's straight. So here's a clear example of space buns. You can see in the picture on the left that her hair is very similar to the girls on the right. They are space buns, regardless of the fact that she has braids. These are Afro puffs, and they look similar to space buns, but the difference is really in the texture. And when Animal Crossing released these new hairstyles, you can see here that they debuted the hairstyles along with cornrows on a black Animal Crossing character, and here are the Afro puffs also on a black Animal Crossing character. And if you really look at the picture, it's meant to represent texture. It does not appear to be completely straight, and it is a brown or black Animal Crossing character. Now you can see that FIFI is not a black Animal Crossing character. So a lot of people were upset that she was wearing these. As you can see from the comments, there are some people that clearly didn't like it. Like Angie says they don't even look good on white people. Another person says, "Those are Afro puffs and I highly suggest to change that, please. Coming from a black person, this ain't cool. That hairstyle is for black folks. ... not white folks." So basically, this just continued to escalate until she was eventually doxxed for this and threatened. This article, they also took screenshots from Twitter where someone said, "Ma'am, they're not space buns, they're Afro puffs, and they are meant for black girls. Us white girls cannot use them, so I advise you to change them before it's too late." Too late until what happens? Someone responds. And they respond, "Till others cancel her and put her name out there." Clearly, they're here suggesting that she's going to be doxxed and even advocating it in a way. And it even goes on where they say, "So you want others to dox her for wearing a hairstyle?" And they say she shouldn't be wearing the hairstyles if she's white, simple as that. So this went on until she eventually was doxxed. Now, here's the thing. Regardless of whether you really believe they're just space buns or Afro puffs, doxing is wrong. It's wrong. There's no reason that somebody should be doxxed, especially for something like wearing Afro puffs in a video game. This is a video game, it's not real life, so frankly, it's not to be taken as seriously as anything in real life is, especially because she's clearly not trying to be prejudiced. She's clearly not perpetuating stereotypes here. This is just a cute picture of her with her Animal Crossing character. Wearing black hairstyles are hairstyles that are popular within the black community is not wrong. I really don't think there's anything wrong with white people wearing black hairstyles. However, I do find it offensive when a white person is trying to imitate blackness by wearing black hairstyles and also appearing to be black by perpetuating a stereotype. See Miley Cyrus here. It's interesting that when she decided to go into hip hop versus her regular pop, she adopted these space buns. She also started sticking her tongue out, and it's just interesting that this was like her thing, and she completely stopped after she stopped this whole persona. And that was what was most offensive about this. It's not the space buns. I don't like them, but that's not what gets me. What gets me is she is a white woman that decided to go into hip hop music with space buns, sticking her tongue out, and adopting this wild persona, which is clearly perpetuating stereotypes about black women. They're wild, they're promiscuous, hence the sticking out of the tongue. There was a whole black cake. I don't know if you guys know about that, but there was a lot of things that she was clearly doing, and she stopped doing those things when she stopped doing hip hop. That's offensive. This is not the same thing. This is Animal Crossing, a world. It's not even a world. It's an island that's supposed to be your island for you to invite friends and make it how you want it. So if you want to wear space buns, Afro puffs, there really shouldn't be an issue. You definitely shouldn't be doxxed for it. Another example of something mildly offensive: love my space buns. She's not the only white woman to do something like this. Guys, this is Adele. This is Adele, clearly wearing bantu knots, which is indisputably a black hairstyle. And not only is she wearing bantu knots, she's sporting a very heavy gold chain, and she's wearing Jamaican colors. And here is another woman that is not black wearing a black hairstyle. It's Kim Kardashian wearing cornrows. And not only is she wearing cornrows, she appears to be shades darker than what she actually is. Here's Kim Kardashian without her tan, and this is Kim Kardashian blackfishing. It's not just white women. It could be white men too. Here's Justin Bieber wearing dreads. Honestly, white people have been wearing dreads for a long time. Sometimes it looks good, and sometimes I like it, and sometimes like this picture right here, I really don't like those. I don't know what those are, but it just goes to show you. Oh my gosh, this is Fergie. I don't even know what to say about that. But you guys get it. Non-black people wear black hairstyles from time to time. And there are some situations where it's offensive and some where it's not. For example, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande does wear some cornrows in her high ponytail. But, Ariana Grande doesn't appear to be much darker than what she already is. She doesn't dress differently when she's making a song that has rap in it like Miley Cyrus, or stick her tongue out for no apparent reason. And I think that's okay, as long as you're not being offensive and, like I said again, perpetuating stereotypes. It is okay. This is clearly, to me, it's Afro puffs. When Nintendo put out this update and I saw this hairstyle, I, as a black woman, felt happy. I felt included because I felt like Nintendo put something out there for me, for black players. But however, just because this is a black hairstyle doesn't mean that people that aren't black can't wear them. It is possible to appreciate black culture and imitate it without being offensive or racist. And FIFI here is not hurting anyone. She's not being offensive. She's not being racist. She just thought they were cute, and that's fine. It was an honest mistake for her to call them space buns. No one should be jumping down her throat for it. Not only can white people wear black hairstyles, black people can wear white hairstyles. Please do not criticize black people for wearing white hairstyles, because it's not the same thing as when a white person wears a black hairstyle. European beauty standards are upheld as the most beautiful. It's not the same thing. The whole goal of Western civilization is to homogenize. So when a black person wears a white hairstyle, sure, they are appropriating, but they are doing what society encourages them to do and wants them to do. They are often more accepted and praised for wearing white hairstyles. For a long time, and still in many places, black hairstyles are seen as unacceptable or unprofessional, such as cornrows and braids. Black people have been discriminated against in professional settings for their hairstyles. It was only a few years ago that the military started to allow twists or dreadlocks, and in the past they wouldn't allow that at all because it was seen as unprofessional. But that is not and has never been the case for European hairstyles. So it is not the same thing. And white women have been allowed to have various hairstyles in the military. They have variety in the hairstyles that they are allowed to have that just didn't exist for black people. So it's not the same when a black person wears straight hair as when a white person wears Afro puffs. Both are okay. There's really nothing wrong with either one. Here we have another person wearing space buns with the same caption, cute space buns, and people are already commenting also, cute, but I just want to let you know that they're not space buns, they're Afro puffs. That's great. They're not being rude. They're just saying, hey, these aren't space buns, they're Afro puffs. But they're not telling this person that they can't wear this hairstyle or it's only for black people, because really that's just not the case. And let's just remember, guys, this is a video game. Poor FIFI did not deserve to be doxxed. It's wrong to dox people. People even went as far as to threatening her life. If we go back to her Twitter page, there's all kind of screenshots she's posted of people doing that. There's this one disturbing photo of her avatar hairless or bald, saying this looks 10 times better already. That's really like the most lighthearted of it all. People threatened her life, people threatened her dog, and it's just terrible. It's uncalled for and unnecessary. This person said, I hate her. I want to fight her in an Applebee's parking lot so bad. Come on, guys. Let's just not do this, please. What do you guys think? Do you think it's wrong for non-black people to wear Afro puffs or any other black hairstyle? Are you still not convinced that they're Afro puffs and not space buns? That's okay. Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more videos like this one. Or if you could just give us a like, that would really help our channel too. Thanks for watching, and above all else, don't forget to have a good day and go play some Animal Crossing.